Start na ba? Wow.
Ayan. So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am. Today, we will talk about taking care of our mental health. And in order for us to further understand what mental health is and its importance, we have invited a very pretty and very kind special guest today. She is Miss Rolinda Josine Mercado, the guidance counselor of FAU Diliman. Good afternoon po, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon, Isa, and good afternoon to all the Tamaraws watching us this afternoon.
So, mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. So, tama ba ang aking message, ma'am, Justine?
Yes, Isa, yes, that's correct. So talagang ang mental health is a very important part of our physical health. Yan.
So, actually during this pandemic now, it has been evident that a lot of people, especially students, are suffering from anxiety and depression. It seems like most of us are really having a hard time coping with the stress and other mental health problems that are present in this time. So, how important it is ba to have good mental health? Because as for me, as a normal student, no, I believe that good mental health is important because, of course, sabi nga natin kanina, over time, mental health problems affect our thinking, affect our mood, our behavior, our attitude, ganon. So, ayun, many factors can contribute to this kind of, ano. So, ayun, for you, ma'am, gaano po ba talaga ka-important yung good mental health, especially today po?
Alright, sige. Thank you for that question. Ayan. But first of all, Isa, no, I just would like to thank you and the JMA, this organization for setting this up, this event, because I'm really happy when the students are advocating for mental health. Kasi sabi mo nga kanina, no, we are facing a pandemic, but this is not just a health crisis. This is also a mental health crisis. And yes, what you said earlier is very true. 'Di ba? Especially with you students, talagang you are parang you are experiencing the impact of this pandemic, and one of the effects is yung sa mental health natin. So how important is mental health? Like what I've said, I've mentioned a while ago, health, this is part of mental health is part of physical health. And alam naman natin, one of the timeless sayings, health is wealth. Okay? And sabi ko nga kanina, no, we are really happy when students, when people are already advocating for mental health. Kasi ito yung isa sa mga hindi na pagtutuunan ng pansin, no? That's why, as we all know, tumataas ang cases ng mga nagkakaroon ng anxiety, tumataas yung mga cases nagkakaroon ng depression, and unfortunately, sadly, dumadami yung mga cases ng may suicidal ideation and yung mga suicide cases. And all this, kailangan talaga natin siyang aksyonan at kailangan natin siyang agapan. Kailangan nating tulungan yung mga estudyante natin, diba, on how they can better manage their stress and how they can better take care of their mental health. Because I just would like to stress, no, Isa, when we say mental health, this is not something negative. Ikaw ba, Isa, do you agree with that?
Opo naman po. Yeah. I believe din na there are of things about mental health na nakakapagpabuti din sa atin. Hindi naman talaga siya overall na disadvantage lang na bigyan.
Yes, that's true. And also, when we say mental health, yun nga, sabi mo kanina, no, maraming factors na nakaka-apekto. Kaya nga kailangan pag-usapan natin. Kailangan ay open tayo sa mga ganitong usapin. That's why I'm really happy. And I'm really happy to be here talking with you, talking to the students, because I know this is what you need. Okay? So mental health is very important. This is not a sign of weakness. When we say mental health, siguro we are very much associated with mental health disorders, with illness. Pag pinag-uusapan yung mental health, ganun agad yung pumapasok, depression, anxiety. But mental health is part of being human. Okay, kasama yan sa pagiging tao natin, okay? And it's a natural part of our health, and it is something that everyone has. Lahat tayo meron. Kaya kailangan matutunan natin kung paano natin siya pangangalagaan. And with regards to your question kanina, in terms of the students, kayong mga estudyante, mental health is very important with you students because hindi kayo makaka-function ng maayos. You will not be able to deliver requirements. Okay, you will not be able to submit or attend the synchronous classes kung hindi kayo okay. 'Di ba? If you will feel demotivated, if you will feel worthless, if you will feel wala ka ng purpose sa buhay, okay, if you feel that something is weighing down on you, how can you function? How can you give your best? And how can you learn? 'Di ba? Yan, kailangan matututo tayo. If you are in in a safe environment, and kung sa sarili mo, 'di ba, sa kalooban mo meron kang mga battles that you're fighting, 'di ba? Parang how can you learn, 'di ba? In the best way, 'di ba? So it's really important for us to talk about this. It's really important for students to learn about mental health.
Thank you so much for that. Pero I'm curious din po, no? Parang normally po kasi, normally, masasabi natin na yung mental health problems ay nakukuha lang natin from our own experiences. Meron pa po bang ibang pwedeng maging source ng mental health problems? Like, napapasok po ba yun? Ganun.
Okay, that's a very interesting question, Isa. Actually, if you will learn or if you will study psychology, there are a lot of theories explaining mental health illness or mental health disorders. Okay, so there are biological theories, behavioral theories, okay? Meron kami tinatawag na psychodynamic theories. So madami ng mga scientists, psychologists, psychiatrists who are explaining ano ba yung causes Okay, and ano ba yung mga pinagmumulan neto ng mental health disorders? And yes, when it comes to genetics, okay, there are a lot of researches already na nagpapatunay na namamana yung mga mental health disorders. Okay, so talagang nasa genes. Okay, there's a big possibility that if someone in your family has a mental health disorder, there's a big possibility na mapapasa yon sa ibang members of the family. Okay? But on the other hand, okay, there are also environmental factors. And ito yung alam natin. Okay? Na of course, if somebody went through a lot of problems, 'di ba? May mga traumatic experiences, that's a very big factor for that person to develop or to have mental health problem. Okay? So, marami talagang madami siyang factors at madaming theories explaining mental health disorders. But as of the moment, yun yung mga parang masasabi nating origin or causes ng mental health disorders.
So, mag-share po ako ng ilang experiences ko. Tapos, alam mo yun, feeling ko kasi minsan, na-OA-yan lang ako. Di ba may mga ganong part na baka hindi talaga ako nade-depress or baka hindi naman talaga to anxiety, ganyan. So, I do not seek help po. So, before po, even before, during my first year college, ganyan, I am a very, very competitive student at alam po ng nakararami yan. So, super, super competitive ko po. To the point na nai-intimidate sila sa akin. And hindi ko alam paano magko-cope sa ganung klaseng environment. So, ang ginawa ko lang po right now is binawa talaga yung pagiging competitive ko, which is both a positive and negative aspect for me, no? Kasi, una, parang feeling ko, nabawasan yung pagiging ako. Alam niyo po yun, parang hindi ko nalalabas yung isa talaga, ganun. Kasi I'm trying to change, parang binabawasan ko ng binabawasan para mag-fit in ako sa perspective or sa standard na binibigay sa akin ng tao. So, gusto kong ma-reach yun. So, tama po ba yung ginagawa ko? Tama po ba yun? Na I try my best to look good and for them to like me, parang ganyan po. So, ayun. So, what can you say about that?
Okay. So, first of all, Isa, thank you for sharing that, ha. So, talagang tambayan TV ito. Parang nagkakwentuhan lang tayo. So, siguro, to the other Tamaraws watching us this afternoon, if you have stories to tell, no, like Isa, sobrang fortitude, lakas loob mag-share, di ba? If this is something that can help other people, why not, no? So, ayun, you're asking, tama ba? Okay. And I think, Isa, I want to answer that question with an answer too. Okay? Kasi actually, hearing your story, okay, parang na-realize ko, no, parang you have to start with self-assessment. Okay? You have to reflect. Okay? So, let me ask you these questions, Isa. Are the expectations of others the same with your expectations from yourself? Okay, parang parehas ba sila yung mga expectations ba sa'yo na nag-lead to your being competitive? Are they the same with your goals? 'Di ba? With your goals in life? Are the goals you set really yours? And ito, mas mahalagang tanong, Isa, are you happy? Are you happy with these goals? And yung sabi mo, no, yung parang binawasan mo yung so that you can blend in, 'di ba? Sabi mo kanina, no? Are you happy with that action?
Actually, like, to be honest, hindi po masyado. Kasi, parang at first, di ba, I'm really pressured po sa expectations from my family, from my friends, even from my professors na, ay, si Isa pag yan, kaya niya sumagot ng ganito, si Isa magaling yan sa ganito, ganyan. Pero parang hindi naman po talaga ganun yung nakikita ko sa sarili ko. I mean, kunwari pagka sinasabi po nila, ay, si Isa matagin yan, parang hindi ko po talaga siya nakikita. Hindi siya pagiging humble. Like, if you'll ask me po talaga, hindi ko po talaga nakikita yung sarili ko as gano'n. So, ayun, parang nasanay po ako na i-maintain yung standard nila na gano'n sa akin, na ganyan yung perspective nila sa akin. Hanggang sa napapagod po akong i-impress sila with those kind of actions na nauwi sa pagiging sobra po. And ayun, hanggang sa hindi po talaga dumami yung friends ko kasi nga po nai-intimidate sila sa akin. Feeling nila hindi ko sila hindi ko sila pwede maging friend kasi mataas yung standards ko. Parang ganun yung naging outlook sa akin. Naging ganun yung kinalabasan na hindi naman po talaga ganun yung gusto ko sanang mangyari. Parang ang gusto ko nga lang po talaga mangyari is i-reach ko ano yung standard na binigay nila sa akin. So, ayun, in short po, hindi po ako naging super happy or super contented at kung ano man po yung ginagawa ko before. Ayun.
So, yes, I think that's it, no? That's the downside of it all. If you are really parang, alam mo yun, living by the expectations of others, makakalimutan mo na kung sino ka. Makakalimutan mo na kung ano yung magpapasaya sa'yo. At makakalimutan mo na kung ano yung parang strengths mo. Kung sino ka talaga as a person. 'Di ba? So sabi mo nga kanina, you're just living, you're just trying to live out to their expectations. Kasi I think, parang nandun yung fear of disappointing others. Di ba? I mean, I've talked with a lot of students and that's one of the scariest thing para sa mga estudyante. Yung you will be disappointing your parents, you will be disappointing your teachers, and you will be disappointing yourself. Akala mo kasi pag na-disappoint mo sila, failure ka na. Diba? Akala mo pag hindi mo nagawa yon, hindi mo na-achieve yon, okay, wala na. Tapos na ang laban. But no. So, I just would like to stress, okay, sabihin ko ulit yung question ko, yun last, sabi ko kanina, are you happy with this action? Kasi I think this is ito lang naman yung tatanungin natin sa sarili natin. With everything that's happening, okay, are you happy with your life right now? Are you happy with the things that you are doing right now? Are you happy with the situation that you are in right now? Are you happy with their expectations from you? Sabi mo kanina, no, parang totoo naman. At first, it can help. Expectations from others, it can help. Yes. Kasi, di ba, it can push you to your limits. Okay? Alam mo yun? Tapos parang pag na-achieve mo yun, ibang klaseng affirmation na I did it. Diba? Parang ang laki ng accomplishment, ng achievement mo. But, yun lang. You really have to manage. Okay? Don't ever forget who you are. Don't ever forget your own goals for yourself. Okay? Actually, I'm also reading about this kanina. So sabi, kapag daw, if you have two goals, okay, and the first goal is for you to meet the expectations of others and for you to meet your own expectations. Okay, that's your first goal. And you have your second goal, which is the goal that will make you happy. I think you have to go with the second goal. Okay? Go with the goals that make you happy. Okay? Kasi yun yung natin, yun yung palagi nating iisipin. We also have to take care of ourselves, of our own mental health, good mental health. And siguro, ayan, just to wrap up na lang, no, with that concern or with that story, siguro if you are not happy or sabi natin, there's a situation that you are facing, okay, there are 4 steps actually. Okay? 4 actions that you can do. Okay? The first one is to avoid. Okay? Avoid mo na lang yung sitwasyon. Avoid mo yung expectations nila sa'yo. Kumbaga, wala kang pakialam. Okay? O, hindi mo na sila papansinin. Okay? Pero, just think. Okay? Mag-reflect ka. Pwede ba yun? Can you really avoid the expectations of your parents? Can you really avoid the expectations of your teachers? Okay, so that's the first step. Avoid, or that's the first action that you can do. The second action that you can do is to alter. When you say alter, you change the situation. Okay? Baguhin mo. Okay, outright, you tell your parents na their expectations are not doing good for you. Okay, it's not making you feel better. Okay? Alter the situation, change the situation, make parang active steps in order to change the situation. Okay? And also, when it comes to your friends, di ba? Kausapin mo din sila. But of course, when you talk to them, okay, when you try to confront them, okay, don't be defensive. Okay, affirmative lang. Just tell them what you feel and how you feel about their expectations. Okay? So meron ng dalawa ha. Una, avoid. Pangalawa is alter. The third action is to accept. Okay? Kung hindi mag-work sa'yo yung avoid and the alter, you can siguro accept na lang. Just accept their expectations. Accept mo kung ano yung sitwasyon na meron ka. Let go. Try to just focus on your circle of control. Okay? Accept the situation. And the fourth one, the last one, is for you to adapt. Okay, you have to adapt to the situation. Okay? Look at the situation and then assess. Assess mo kung ano yung mga bagay na dapat mong baguhin at ano yung mga bagay na dapat mong tanggapin. Ano yung mga bagay na mababago pa at ano yung mga bagay na kahit iyakan mo, hindi mo na mababago. Okay? So you have to adapt. Okay, so I think that's all that I want to say. Dami na, no? But that's all I want to leave with you in that story. Okay, you can do 4 steps or 4 actions: avoid, alter, um, accept, and adapt. But of course, it will all depend on you, and it will all depend on what is best for you. Okay.
So I find this really comforting too. And even before, I try my best to find someone na makakatulong sa akin by talking with them. Pero, for example, there are people who are trying their best too. Like, they put a lot of effort in reaching their goals. Pero they feel like it's still not enough. For this kind of people po, even, kasi parang super independent na ng tingin nila sa sarili nila. So, they try to not seek help from others po kasi they don't want to be a burden. Ayun po, what can you suggest po for those kind of people? Para mas
Mm. Yes, I totally understand that. Kasi naging estudyante din ako. And once upon a time, when I was a high school student, hindi rin talaga ako, parang lang ata ako nag-visit sa guidance office. So, kahit ako ay isang guidance counselor, hindi ko rin alam yon. What I'm thinking about the guidance counselor is, ano mo yun, nagbibigay ng punishment, yung ganon, but it's not. And when I went to college, I took up psychology and I learned about the counseling profession. Doon ko naintindihan, doon ko nalaman at naintindihan yung role ng mga guidance counselors. So what I can suggest, Isa, no, is of course, I would like to promote the guidance and counseling unit. Okay. So, kasi us here in the guidance and counseling unit, we are your number one advocate. We are your number one allies. Okay? Katuwang nyo kami. Katuwang nyo kami in taking care of your mental health. Okay? Hindi naman ibig sabihin na nagpa-consult ka sa guidance counselor, may problema na sa'yo. There are a lot of stresses that we are experiencing right now. And 'di ba sabi nga 'di ba ngayon usong-uso 'yun. It's okay to not be okay. 'Di ba? Okay lang 'yun. Tanggap natin kasi 'yun. Hindi lahat, hindi araw-araw masaya tayo. Hindi araw-araw perfect hair day tayo. Okay, talagang magkakaroon ng problem at stress. Okay? And if you are not feeling okay, all right? You have to you have to take action then. Okay? And if you need help, don't hesitate to ask for help. for help. Okay, kailangan talaga 'yon. Okay, and ayun siguro kasi I know when we say therapy, psychologist, psychiatrist, ayan medyo pag naisip natin 'yun, ang dami na nating iniisip, the stigma, the cost, 'di ba? Even though we already have the Philippine Mental Health Law, medyo costly pa din magpa-consult with a psychologist and most especially psychiatrist, 'di ba? So if you are a student, okay, again, I would like to promote the guidance and counseling unit. It doesn't hurt to talk with your guidance counselor and siguro don't feel na ikaw ay burden. Okay? Most especially with us, inyong mga guidance counselors. You are never a burden to your counselors. If students are coming to our office and talking with us, consulting with us, okay? Malugod namin at masaya namin gagawin yun. Okay? And siguro, kung hindi ka pa din talaga masyadong komportable, okay, na pumunta sa guidance office, okay, siguro, ano na lang, look for the right people to talk to. Okay? So, kasi I know that, okay, I experienced that not all friends are capable of comforting us. That's one of the reality that we have to face and accept. Hindi talaga lahat ng kaibigan natin parang super caring, empathic, kasi that's very important. Okay? But don't take it against them. Talagang parang parang kanya-kanyang strengths, kanya-kanyang weaknesses. And posible na yung kaklase mo, yung kaibigan mo, yung best friend mo, baka hindi talaga siya nabiyayaan ng empathy. Okay, so look for other people, for the right person to talk to. Yung nakikita mo talaga na, ay, ito, meron siyang skill, kasi it's actually a skill. Kahit kami, mga counselors, we are studying this, we are being trained to do counseling. So, ganun din, don't expect all your friends, don't expect all your friends to be a counselor for you. Kasi talagang skill at pinag-aaralan. Okay, so, ayun, that's what I can suggest. Ayun, if you're asking for suggestions, no, go to your guidance counselor or go to the right person, your friends, okay, na talagang active listener and meron siyang empathy.
So, mahalaga po yung empathy mo. Kasi there are other people po talaga na ayaw talaga din ng drama. Diba?
Yes. And diba and ikaw ba, Isa, have you experienced yung toxic positivity? Naka-experience ka ba ng ganon?
I'm sad kasi nangyari sa akin to. Tapos sabi nila, hindi, isipin mo, may mas iba pang mas nagsasuffer ng ganito, may mas
yes. At saka yung tipong, ako nga, ganito. Parang na-invalidate na agad yung nararamdaman mo. So, talaga, may mga ganong tao, okay? Don't take it against them. Siguro, yun nga, lang sila, parang yung counseling skills, hindi yun yung forte nila. Hindi yun yung kanilang strength. Okay?
Ayan, so meron po tayong comment dito from Sir RJ po, no? What is your advice to those students who have family members that are suffering from illness due to COVID-19?
Ayan, shout out kay Sir RJ of Sadu. Hi, sir. Good afternoon. So, my advice for our students who have family members na suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, number one is to strictly follow yung ating yung mga health protocols. We have to stay at home, okay, yung mga safety and health protocols na implemented by the government, by the community, okay. And secondly, okay, lang siguro physical distancing lang, pero no to social distancing. Ano ibig sabihin nun? You still have to connect socially. Okay? Try to connect with your friends kahit virtually lang. Okay? Sa isang araw, a lot of time, okay? A lot of time na may makakausap ka. Your friends, your relatives, Okay? So, kasi kailangan yon, sabi ko nga eh, no to social distancing. Physical distancing lang. Layo-layo lang tayo physically. Pero, in connection, okay, socially, ayan, sana ano pa din, you are also reaching out. Okay? And wag mong i-isolate yung sarili mo socially. Okay? So, you may be isolated at home, forced to stay at home, pero socially, still try to reach out, okay, with your friends. Kung kaya, kung okay naman yung pakiramdam, no, attend ka pa din ng class, kung kaya ha, kung kaya lang naman. Okay? So, number three na pala, number three suggestion ko is adopt a daily routine. Okay? When we say daily routine, ito yung mga gagawin nyo sa araw-araw. Okay? Schedule. Okay? What time are you going to wake up? What time are you going to have your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner? Okay? What time are you going to spend on your academics? Okay? Kung estudyante ka. Okay? Kung anong oras ka mag-aaral? What time are you going to spend na doing your requirements kung kaya ng pakiramdam mo, 'di ba? And also, what time are you going to spend on having quality time with your family kung pwede. Okay? Kasi I know even at home na pag stay at home protocols, ano pa din eh, baka magsi-stay inside the room, 'di ba? So kung pwede naman, 'di ba, kung parang may mga kasama, okay? But it depends. Basta just follow the protocols, the health and safety protocols. But I am suggesting, encouraging, okay, to have a daily routine. Okay? Para at least, alam mo yon, meron ka pa din na pinangahawakan that something that you can control. Okay? Kasi kapag pag parang wala tayong control over our schedule, over our routine, baka nakahiga ka lang, okay? Tapos nag-overthinking ka na, okay? Yun yung iiwasan natin. Kaya sana, make a daily routine and try to follow them. Okay? Lagyan mo ng oras yung pagpapahinga, pag-aaral, okay? Pag-spend time with the family, okay? Reaching out to your friends, your hobbies, okay? Yung mga passions mo, baka may passion project ka na hindi mo nagagawa, baka it's about time to do this. Okay? So just make a daily routine so that you can feel that you are still in control of your day and of your life. Okay?
So, here's another. What about those people po who know that they can do better, pero they did not have the energy or the motivation to put more effort, kaya they ended up convincing themselves na okay na yan or bahala na. Parang they settle for less po, gano'n. So, for example, ako, alam kong mas mapapaganda ko yung paper ko na to or tong project ko na to. Pero alam mo yun, parang nag-burn out ako. Parang wala na akong energy. Pero alam ko I can do better eh. Pero I ended up convincing myself, hindi, sige, okay na yan. Kasi parang ayoko na. Parang ganun po. So what can you suggest to those?
Okay. Sige. So I think it's somehow related to the first story, no, yung sa story mo, Isa. Parang kasi we are alam naman natin kung ano yung kalakasan natin. 'Di ba? Alam mo kung ano yung mga kaya mong gawin eh. At alam mo kung ano yung mga kaya mong ibigay. You know what kung ano yung mga kaya mong accomplish. Okay? And I know that you have trust, okay, with yourself na magagawa mo 'yon. Okay? But there would be times na yan, sabi mo nga you are under natin na nakaka-experience ka ng burnout. Okay? And there are a lot of sabihin natin causes of burnout. Okay? But siguro bigay ko lang tong analogy na to. Alam mo ba yung Isa, alam mo ba yung gasera? Abutan mo. Sa mga nanonood na Tamaraws, alam niyo ba yon? Do you know that?
Parang takbo ba yun?
Yes, oo. Parang lamp siya. Pero, low tech. Yung palalagyan ng kerosene ata yun or gas, di ko na masyadong alam. Pero, magaan lang siya, niningas lang siya, sisindi lang siya. pag meron siyang gas. Okay? And kapag nawalan siya, naubusan siya ng gas, dun siya hindi mo na siya masisindihan. Okay, kahit iyakan mo yon, tumblingan mo yon, hindi mo siya masisindihan. So, the best way, okay, para masindihan ulit yon, okay, is to put more fuel, to put more gas. Okay? And on that analogy, okay, sa analogy na binigay, we can actually relate that with our own life. If you are feeling burnout, para kang gasera na nawalan na ng gas. Alam mo yun nga, parang, sige, kung ano na lang maipasa, okay, okay na yan, bahala na si Batman, bahala na yan, okay na yan, carry na yan, okay, bahala na, papasa, babagsak, okay, bahala na, diba? Parang ganun tayo kasi nauubusan tayo ng fuel, nauubusan tayo ng gas. So, following that analogy, I think instead of parang hayaan mo na mawala yung sindi, okay, hayaan mo na lubusang mawala yung sindi, I think you have to put in more gas. At ano yung gas na yon? Ano yung fuel na yon? Put in more things that you love. Put in more things na makakapagpasaya sa'yo. At put in more things, put in more activities, okay, that will make you feel more alive. Okay? Kasi baka ito, lately nakita ko lang tong quote na to, no? Kasi sa dami ng ginagawa natin, kaya tayo na-burn out kasi hindi dahil sa madami tayong ginagawa, kundi sobrang konti na lang ng mga bagay na ginagawa natin na nakakapagpasaya sa atin. Okay? So, assess yourself. If you are having a burnout right now, yung feeling, ayoko na, kahit bahala na. Kung nasa ganun kang sitwasyon, assess the activities that you are doing. Assess your daily routine. Ano bang ginagawa mo? Ano bang mga activities na pinupuno mo sa araw mo? Okay, baka you are doing less, okay? You are doing so little of the things that make you happy. Okay, and it's about time to fuel yourself. Okay, make more things, do more activities that will make you happier. Okay? And balikan mo ko. Sabihin mo sa akin kung sasaya ka ba or hindi ka pa rin masaya. Okay, kasi ito, Isa, of course, may subalit dadakwat. May kasunod yon. Kasi if you are still not motivated, okay, kahit alam mo yan, you are still trying to do things na nakakapagpasaya sa'yo, pero bigla ayaw mo na talagang, di mo na na-enjoy yung mga bagay na enjoyable sa'yo dati. Kahit anong pilit mo, okay, baka it's about time to seek help. Okay? So, baka it's about time that you have to, talk to a counselor, okay? And ask for a consultation, ask for a counseling para at least matulungan ka din kung paano mo mas mamamanage yung nararamdaman mo.
Lalagyan lang po ako ng additional question about, di ba naman po tayo mayroong problems na kinakaharap? And hindi naman po sa lahat ng pagkakataon. I mean, for me, hindi naman sa lahat ng pagkakataon, kailangan namin mag-seek agad ng help sa guidance counselor. Hindi po sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Kasi iba, kaya naman i-handle mag-isa, or kaya makipag-usap sa friends, kanya. Parang, when po namin malalaman, if need na namin na mag-seek ng help sa professional po.
Ayan. Okay, ayan, Sylvia. So, tricky question, no? Tricky question. Hindi. Pero, siguro ako talaga, I'm really advocating the guidance office. Okay? Gusto ko talaga yes, it's true. Okay, it's true na there are things na kaya niyong i-handle. Okay, sabi ko nga kanina, di ba, parang it's okay not to feel okay. Di ba? And kayo din you really have to develop your resilience. Okay, kailangan may mga bagay din na mas matututunan mo sa'yo lang. Okay, at mas ma-feel mo yung fulfillment, alam mo yon, yung parang nag-develop ka ng mental toughness. yung mental muscle, okay? Parang nag-develop sa'yo yan if you're able to overcome your difficulties. But of course, seek professional help, okay? If you are already have depressed mood, okay? And yung depressed mood na to, ay yung sobrang down ng pakiramdam, okay? Parang lasting for at least 2 weeks na araw-araw ganun talaga yung nararamdaman mo. Okay? And then also, kapag may fatigue, okay? Yung parang, alam mo yun, kahit natulog ka ng 8 hours, paggising mo, pagod ka pa din. Okay? Baka nararamdaman niya ng ating mga fellow Tamaraws. Okay? So, alam mo yun, paggising mo, pagod ka na kaagad. Okay? Gusto mo na umuwi agad kahit nasa bahay ka lang naman. Okay? And also, yung sabi ko kanina, before you are enjoying these things, you are enjoying this particular activity, pero ngayon, hindi ka na natutuwa, hindi man na siya, hindi enjoyable para sa'yo. Okay? Tapos may mga sabihin nating favorites mo dati. Okay? Tapos kahit ngayon, gawin mo siya, ka na nagiging masaya. And also, this is also very important, yung eating changes and eating changes. Okay? Ano ha? Changes. Ibig sabihin, posibleng madami, okay? Excessive eating, excessive, long hours of sleep, okay? Oversleep, overeating. And on the other hand, yung hindi na kumakain or hindi na natutulog. Okay? Basta merong sleeping changes and yung eating habits changes. Okay? And lastly, and I think this is the most important, if you are already having self-harm thoughts. Okay? Kapag meron ka nang naiisip mo na, nararamdaman mo na gusto mong saktan yung sarili mo, gusto mong manakit ng ibang tao, please, urgent yon, emergency yon. Ask for help. Go to your counselor. Okay?
So, are numbness, palpitations, and insomnia po, part po ba yun ng early signs ng anxiety or ng depression?
Actually, pakiulit lang ng isang numbness, insomnia, and palpitation. Okay. So, yes, there are instances, okay, na ano yan, associated with anxiety and depression. Okay? But, okay, parang ano siya, pag gano'n ang nararamdaman mo, siguro, number one, you really have to check muna, assess your lifestyle. Okay? Baka napapadami ka ng intake ng caffeine. Okay? Yung coffee. Or if you, nagsisigarette. Okay? Baka may mga, alam mo yun, may mga ini-intake ka na substances. Okay? Na nag-i-induce ng palpitation, numbness, okay? Hindi ka nakakatulog. Okay. So, I think number one is, again, assess your lifestyle muna. Okay? I-check mo muna ano yung kinakain mo, ano yung iniinom mo, ano yung mga activities mo. Okay? And if normal naman lahat, okay, parang wala namang unusual, so parang 1 cup of coffee lang naman, okay? Hindi ka naman nagko-coffee bago matulog, okay? Hindi ka naman nagsisigarilyo, okay? Parang, normal lifestyle naman. Tapos meron ka pa din ganun. I think it's about time that you can also consult, okay? Seek for a consultation or a counseling.
Meron po before na sumikat sa Facebook yung parang online test po siya. Tapos after mo sagutan yung test na yun, malalaman mo kung depressed ka or may anxiety ka or hindi ka depressed. Parang ganun po. What can you say about that test po? Kasi napakarami pong nag-take ata. Marami pong nag-self-assess na, ay, sabi ko na nga ba, may anxiety ako eh. Sabi ko na nga ba, depressed ako eh. So what can you say about that test po?
Yes, okay. Siguro, feeling ko, Isa, alam mo na rin yung sagot ko with regards to this question. Pero I totally understand. Kasi, sige, to be honest, when I was in high school, din ako, gusto ko din ng mga ganyan, yung pop psychology, okay, yung cocology, di ko alam kung naabutan mo yon if you're familiar with that. Pero nung high school ako, usong-uso yun. Ano mo yun, may mga test, okay, mga ano yan, pseudo-psychology. Okay? But eto, my dear students, if the test, okay, is not standardized and it's not administered by a psychometrician or a psychologist, it is not valid. Okay? Ulit ko ha, if it's not administered to you by a psychometrician or a psychologist, okay, it is not valid. And it could never be used as a diagnosis. Okay, so ayan, ano natin, siguro yun, normalize natin yung hindi pagle-label sa sarili ng mental health disorders because mental health disorders are not adjectives. Okay, hindi ito label na tinatapal natin dito. Depressed ako, bipolar ako, OC ako. Okay? Because somehow, di ba, it was used in our culture na ano no, na parang ginagamit siya bilang pang uri na pang-describe sa isang tao, but mental health disorders are not adjectives to label a person, and most especially to label yourself. Okay? Because words are very powerful. Okay, let me remind you that words are very powerful. If you will say to yourself that you are depressed, okay, malamang sa malamang, it can be true. Okay? I mean, posible na magkatotoo. Okay? Kaya nga, pagising mo sa umaga, sabihan mo yung sarili mo na maganda ka. Okay? Kasi darating at darating ang moment na talagang maganda ka. Okay? Kung hindi pa ngayon, hindi mo nararamdaman yun, pero sabihin mo lang sa sarili mo. Okay? And to all the students, okay, sa bed ata, they are preparing for their finals. Okay? So, sabihin mo lang sa sarili mo na maipapasa mo itong grade level na to. Sa mga college students natin, okay, sabihin mo na sa sarili mo na, i-manifest mo that you will be able to graduate. Okay? Words are very powerful. So instead of diagnosing ourselves, instead of labeling ourselves with mental health disorders, okay, siguro yun na lang sabihin natin, yung mga manifestations, mga good manifestations, positive manifestations, and positive affirmations. Sa palagay ko, mas maganda ang epekto nun sa atin.
So, very cool question dito. Balance your family, personal, and work life as an employee. Siyempre, marami din po makaka-relate dyan kasi marami din po tayong students na working din po as of now. Ayun.
I'm sorry, Isa, ano yan yung sa first part lang?
How do you balance your family, personal,
Okay. See, ako, I'm really happy, no? I really appreciate the students who are asking this. Kasi yun nga, madami ako nakausap na student. Tapos, may mga students talaga na, in the end of the counseling, no, magsasabi sila, mangangamusta din sila sa akin. And this is one of the things that they are asking. So, ako lang sa akin, I really set boundaries. Talagang naglalagay ako ng boundaries. Kapag ang oras ng work ko ay 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., I try my best, okay, to squeeze in all the works. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So parang may ganun ako. Tas yung ibang oras doon, it's for my family and it's for myself. Okay? Kasi yun din bilang counselor, 'di ba? I have to walk the talk. Kailangan pag sinabi ko sa mga students na self-care, relaxation, rest, take a break, okay, kailangan ginagawa ko din yan. And talagang yun din yung sinasabi ko sa sarili ko. I have to set up boundaries. I also have to learn how to manage my time well. Yung time management techniques that I'm teaching my students, I also do that to myself. So, I also have my planner. Ako din, may journal ako. Okay, I do journaling, most especially when there are difficult times. Nagsastruggle ako personally. I also do. May mga problems din talaga na nararanasan at kailangan, alam mo yon, kailangan mo talagang pagdaanan. So, ayun, I process my emotions, I use journal, I use my planner to manage my time well. And isa pa, and sa palagay ko, most important then that helped me, okay, is that I have a religious community. Okay? So, I'm not, of course, naman siya, it's not applicable to everyone kasi iba-iba tayo ng faith. I know that and I respect that. Pero on my own, personally speaking, my religious community really helps me, okay, to manage my stress. Ano yan, parang sila yung kasi we do prayer meetings and it really really help. Okay? And also, mo yun, pag yung feeling na you belong to a group, to a community na hindi nagjo-judge, who welcome you, 'di ba? So parang yan, sobrang laking bagay, laking tulong. So, I guess, basically, that's it. Yun lang naman yung ginagawa ko.
Ayan. So, another question po from our audience. Ayan.
Ano ba tayo, audience?
Effective po ba talaga yung pag-iyak, pag super stress, or mas nagdadwell lang sa problem pag gano'n? Sabi po ni Jamaica.
Okay. Yes, actually crying. Ako I'm a believer of that. Yung crying, it's regardless of gender. Hindi porket lalaki ka, hindi ka na rin iiyak. Okay? And yung mga babae iyakin, hindi naman ganun. Okay? Crying is one active step. Okay? It's one active solution. Okay? Kapag alam mo yun, ang bigat-bigat ng nararamdaman mo. Pag wala kang words mailabas sa sobrang sama ng loob mo, sa sobrang stress na nararamdaman mo, yes, crying can really help. Okay? But, sabi ko nga kanina, it's it's one step. Okay? One step lang siya. Okay? And possibly 1 hour. Okay? 1 hour na alam mo yon, you embrace your emotions, you feel the negative emotions that you're feeling. Di ba, parang you recognize, oo, may hindi magandang nangyayari sa buhay ko ngayon. Meron akong problemang pinagdadaanan. You recognize it. You recognize, by crying, you recognize that may negative emotions ka. Okay? Pero sabi ko nga, di ba kanina, siguro 1 hour lang or 30 minutes. Okay? And siguro, ang hindi magiging maganda kapag parang nagpatuloy yung pag-iyak mo. Okay na? Parang, or parang yun na lang yung, o kaya, yun na lang yung ginagawa coping. Okay? So, that's a whole different story. But yes, okay, so sa umpisa, pag sobrang sama talaga, bigat ng nararamdaman mo, I think crying can also help.
Meron pa po isa dito. Ano po ang advice nyo on how to handle stress kapag emotionally spent na ang tao? So, parang yung nabanggit po natin kanina, kapag daw po na-burn out na yung tao, ano daw po ang advice?
Okay, sige. Ito recently na-discover ko lang. Siguro when you are emotionally stressed, okay, what I strongly advise is yung self-care and coping skills. Okay, I know you've heard a lot about this. Okay, so basic na lang talaga. Pero if you are emotionally stressed, you really have to take care of yourself. You really have to prioritize your needs. Okay? Kasi 'di ba parang parang bata yan, iiyak yan kapag hindi mo na ibigay kung anong pangangailangan niya. So when you are emotionally stressed, physically drained, emotionally spent, okay? Try focusing on your needs as a person, okay? Baka nakakalimutan mo mag-self-care and baka nakakalimutan mo yung mga coping mechanisms mo, yung mga coping skills mo. And then nga, share ko lang yung recently na-discover ko lang, try discovering your self-love language. Baka have you heard of that, Isa, yung love language?
Po?
have you, are you familiar with that, yung love language?
Service, pag-gift.
Ayan. Yes, 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 that's it. So, it, kasi ano siya parang it's more for the couples, di ba? Dun, ano yun book ni Gary Chapman, it's for the couples, yung love languages. How can you better love or express your love to your partner? But it can also be applicable to yourself. Okay, ikaw, alamin mo, ano yung love language mo? Okay, at yun yung ibigay mo sa sarili mo. Okay, if you are into physical touch. Okay? Baka yun yung love language mo. So, magpabook ka ng massage. Okay? Or baka ng bagong hair color. Or yung paint your nails. Or just red lipstick. Okay? Sa mga babae. Diba? Just do something about your physical appearance. Okay? Yung sa body mo. Okay? Pwede yung sa ano din, acts of service. Okay, so baka naman may mga task, okay, na nagagawin mo, parang clean your room, declutter, and it can really help din with mental health. And if you are stress, okay, baka masyadong magulo na yung kwarto mo. Okay, that's acts of service. Quality time. Baka may movie ka na gustong panoorin, matagal mo nang gustong panoorin, or you can also rewatch your favorite film nung bata ka. Okay, basta ma-feel mo na alam mo yan, you will feel good. Okay? And also gifts. Okay, yung retail therapy na tinatawag. So, yung mga nasa checkout mo, nasa cart ba yan? Nasa cart mo, i-check out mo na. Okay, so that's giving gifts, di ba? And of course, ayan, yung nasabi natin kanina, words of affirmation. Okay? Baka it's about time to affirm yourself, to look at the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself that you're pretty, that you are worth it, that you are loved, and you are very, very important.
Ay, tama po lahat ng sinabi niyo. Mamaya mag-check out rin po ako.
Ayan. Pwede, pwede.
Ayun. So, another question po. Regarding anxiety or panic attack, how do you handle it daw po kapag mag-isa ka lang?
Yes. And usually, okay, usually, hindi naman all the time, pero usually talaga pag mag-isa, dun nangyayari yung sa panic attack eh. And yun yung nakakatakot kasi yun nga, parang hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin mo. Okay? When we are experiencing that, okay, I know it would be hard, it would be difficult, but you really have to calm yourself. Yun yung number one. Okay? It can take, sabihin natin, posible na physically, pakalmahin mo yung sarili mo. Okay? Or tapos mentally, okay, calm your mind. I mean, yung may mga breathing exercises tayong tinatawag, di ba? Breathing techniques. Okay? Sa research on that. Ano ba yung mga breathing techniques na pwede mong gawin in order to calm yourself? Kasi when we see panic attack, ito yung, naman siya, parang nga, psychological siya, na pakiramdam mo, sorry, pero parang mamamatay ka na, parang ganun, or pakiramdam mo, aatakihin ka sa puso. Okay, but it's psychological. It is something psychological. So what you have to do first is to calm yourself. So do breathing exercises. Okay, do breathing exercises and try to think of calm thoughts. Okay, dapat meron kang safe word. Ayan, yung yung parang iisipin mo para kumalma ka. Okay? Kasi, yun dapat talaga if you are experiencing these things, okay, hanap talaga tayo ng, magagawa ng solusyon. Okay, wag nating hayaan na itong mga ganitong situation or ganitong mga experiences, okay, wag nating hayaan na, papatalo lang tayo. Okay, so you really have to make active steps in order to manage them. Okay? So, yun din kapag when we say panic attack, anxiety attack, hindi siya ginagamot na inom ka ng Bijetic. No, it's not. Okay? So, what we can do is to really manage them. I-manage natin siya. So, ayun, breathing exercises, your safe word, safe thought, Okay? And siguro lastly, but I'm not really sure if it's applicable to everybody. Okay? Pero one of the things na ginagawa ng iba yung sa rubber band. Okay, parang kapag I mean yung may rubber band ka, so pipitikin mo yung sarili mo. Okay, tapos pag ano ka, nasaktan ka, parang sinasabi nila, parang mare-reset yung ano mo, yung mind mo. Okay, but I think there's parang there is doon caution to that. What I can really suggest talaga is yung sa breathing exercises.
So, last na po, na question, dahil nabanggit
Okay.
ko about sa biodiesel. Kasi nakita ko rin yun sa, sa TikTok po, no, na marami po din talaga na gumagawa, no, na nagtitip po sila ng biodiesel. At least mga 1 to 2 capsules po, parang gano'n, or tablet. Tapos, dahil naniniwala po sila na nakakakalma daw po yun. So, ayun, ano po masasabi niyo doon?
Okay, sa TikTok, kailangan number one i-report natin yun. Feeling ko kailangan i-report natin. Kasi of course, yung mga gamot na yan, okay, we should not use that. Okay, other than yung sa mga bagay na hindi naman para doon. Okay, when we say paracetamol kasi, it's for parang mild na pain reliever. So headache, ganyan, di ba? So pag may fever, mild fever, ganyan. So, kung hindi siya ginagamit for anxiety or para pampatulog, okay, so please don't do that. Okay? Ako, I'm a practicing, I mean, by profession, I am a registered psychometrician. I am in the psychology field and wala pa akong napag-aralan at wala pa akong nabasa. Okay na ang paracetamol, it's for anxiety or para pampakalma. So please never do that. Okay? Huwag tayong mag-use ng mga gamot other than its intended use. Gamitin lang natin sa tamang paraan. Okay?
Ayan. So, ayun po. So, thank you so much po. No? So, before we end this po, we would like to give this certificate po to thank and honor your participation po for this day. Sobrang thank you po. Hindi lang po ako personally natulungan nyo. Alam ko na pati po yung viewers natin. Super dami pong natutunan sa inyo. And for sure, magiging magiging number one kachika niyo na siguro ako sa guidance unit sa
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. And again, thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much for advocating mental health. During this time of pandemic, we really need more mental health advocates.
Maraming salamat po ulit for this day. Ayun. So, thank you rin po sa lahat po na nanonood po. So, ayun. Bye.